All right, the next project we're going to do is the centerpiece. So we chose a centerpiece and we wanted to use this little white truck. Everybody uses the little red truck, but we thought we'd use the little white truck. They come with this little planter insert in it. You can take that out. So you could take your foam and you could glue it in there. We are not gluing our foam in, and there's a reason for that, because we wanted to show you that you can make these and do upsells for these as well. So you could change this out for the season, for the customer. You can tell them if you buy the truck and then this arrangement comes with it, the Christmas arrangement or the fall arrangement or even 4th of July, and then you could buy just the insert for the next season or one of the other seasons. So you could have this as an option for them to purchase additional inserts. You just want to make sure you measure what your foam size has to be beforehand so that you can have those size foam on hand, so that if you sell the truck, you know this is the foam that goes in that in that truck. So we are not, for this purpose, gluing this in. If you were making this, just this arrangement, then I would definitely glue that in. You don't want that to come out. So that'll stay in there. We are going to use My Lazy Susan. If you don't have one of these, it's not necessary, but if you have one, it makes life a little bit simpler. Just to spin it around and be able to work when you're doing an arrangement. So with this foam here, we are not going to use a lot of moss. Again, we're not going to glue the moss on. I'm going to pin it to this because you're not going to see the sides. So any of that will not be seen. No need to use moss to cover it up. It's just an added expense. So let me show you everything that comes with this project, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So you're going to get your truck, the white truck. It's a metal truck. It's a heavy-duty truck. The wheels are metal as well. They're not the regular wheels, you know, plastic wheels or whatever. You're going to get your pre-cut foam to put in there. That'll come with it. We may send a bag of moss with it, I believe, for those who are getting their kits, who are not able to come to the retreat. They will get theirs. And if you want to purchase one of the extra kits, I'm sure the moss is going to be in that. I'm pretty sure it is. You're going to get 2 red glittered magnolias. These are very pretty. You're going to get 2 cardinal birds with wires. They have metal wires on them. You're going to get 3 of these holly and pine picks, or sprays, stems, yeah, they call them picks. So you're getting 3 of these, and then you're getting the larger version, which is this one here. Same thing, just in a larger version. Holly, pine, and eucalyptus. And this one here is a 22-inch, I believe. 22-inch. And then these are 13-inch, I want to say. Maybe smaller. Nope, 13-inch. So you're getting 3 of the smaller picks and 2 of the larger. And then you're also, let me move this. You're also getting these 2 glitter picks, or iced picks from Hobby Lobby. And then you're also going to get 3 of the snow pine picks. So this is a mixed pine spray, or yeah, I guess you call it a spray, with the snow flocking on it. So that's what you're getting with this one. It looks like a lot of stuff to go into this little truck, and it probably is. And then you are also going to get, here it is, this cardinal ribbon. You're going to get 2 yards of cardinal ribbon to go in there to make a little bow, or keep it for something else if you don't want to put it in there. It's up to you. So I'm going to use this as the reference for when I say the back right corner, back left corner. That's how I'm looking at it. So when you're doing it, know that I'm looking at it from the back of the truck. So if I say left corner, that's what I'm talking about right here, the left top corner. Okay? Just so you know. All right. First, we're going to put in our foam, or sorry, moss, and we're not using any glue with that. Like I said, we're just going to pin it in there. And again, you'll have some pins if you don't already have these. If you have to use glue, just use very minimal glue. I would only glue small bit drops in like the corners, not even the corners, maybe in a little bit, because you know you're not going to be putting you know, a pick in that corner because it would break the foam. So I would put it in the corners to hold it down, but very, very little, because the glue globs up on the foam when you insert the picks, and when you do that, it's hard to get your other stuff through that glue. So I hope that makes sense again. All right, so messy, messy, messy. We're just going to take a handful. We're going to clump it all together, and we're going to spread it out. Let me move this around so you can see. I will zoom in here in just 1 second for you. So we want to cover this up because you don't want to see it. You want to mostly cover your 4 corners or your 4 outsides, or 3 in this case, because they're not going to see the back of the truck right here either. So you want to cover that up. It doesn't want to stay. Let me get rid of this piece. Maybe that'll help keep it in place. I have 2 Lazy Susans, one smaller one on top that I use for painting. Alright, so we're going to spread this out, and just like that, we're going to cover it up. Alright, let's zoom in for you. And then we're going to take the pins, and we're just going to prop them down in like 3 in a triangle here, maybe. Right, like that. It's going to hold it in there. That's all you got to do. We don't need that anymore. Alright, let's go ahead and spread this out. Make sure we have everything covered. I don't need, there, the corners don't need to be exposed. But we're going to fill it in. There's a lot here to fill this in. Alright, so we're going to do that first. So the first thing we're going to put in is one of our taller holly picks. So we're going to take this one. We're going to cut the tag off. Do I need to open that up a little bit more? Let's do that. Alright, so now you want to determine your height. Typically they say you don't want your height higher than 1.5 times. I'm sorry, 1.5 times. So let's open this up. We're going to spread these out. These are all wired. We don't want everything, you know, mushed up. Technical term there, mush. Want to wake everything up. Give it some life. There we go. Get our eucalyptus pointing in that direction there. Oh, that's why. It's not going to. So let's move this one out of the way so we can see that eucalyptus. I want to see everything. I want to see a little bit of everything. Bring this one to the front. That one's already there. We're going to move this one over to the other side because we have one on that side already. So there, we've opened that up to look like this. So now it doesn't look so flat. So you can move these. So what I would suggest, put your fingers down here at the base. Put your fingers there and hold it. And then move your wires. That way nothing comes loose down here and the paper doesn't tear. And these, like I said, are all wired. Alright, so I want this to be about this tall. So I'm going to cut it right down to here, right here. So that's probably a good 5 or 6 inches, I'm going to say. It's actually, yeah, 6. So we're going to cut that off right there. And you can feel where the other wires end. We're going about a fingertip below that. So I'm going to cut this at an angle. It's a thick one. And this is going to go, I would say, about 1 inch from the corner. So this back corner here, we're going to go in 1 inch from that, about 1 inch. Because we want to put something behind it so that if someone's looking at this from the front, they don't just see the back of this pick. they're going to see a finished product. So we're going to hold this one here, and I think we're going to go right in there. So that leaves about a fingertip. All these technical measurements here. I'm telling you, your fingers come in handy. They're great for measuring. So we're going to come in and we're going to go straight down all the way to the bottom. There, just like that. You're going to hit the bottom, you're going to stop, obviously. So there we go. So now if you look, you've got room back here so that we can put that forward-facing pick later. All right, so let's tilt this back just a tad. I think it's because it's leaning on here. All right, so now that we have that one in, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in our magnolias next, because we want to get those in. Those are our focals. So we've got 2 of these glittered magnolias. We're going to take the tags off and fluff these open. Like that. Just like that. Close that up just a little bit more. All right, so now when I put these in, I want them facing me. So I'm going to push that one back a little bit more. There. So I want these facing out towards me. And again, we're going to do that stair step pattern. So I want these one taller than the other. I think I'm going to put this one off to the right. So I'm going to do it like right here, off to the right of the pick that's in there. So I'm going to cut this down to, I'm going to take about 1 inch or 2 off of it because I want it to be taller. And I'm going to bend it forward. And then I'm going to glue it in. So I'm going to go right here. Like that. Actually, we're going to use that as the smaller one. Push it down a little more. There we go. I think, and we're going to make this other one taller. I think I'm only going to take off a little tiny bit at the bottom, just enough to put that angle cut on it so that it's taller. And I'm going to go right next to it over here on this side. So right in here, we're going to do this one, and it's going to be a little bit taller. I'm going to move my leaves so that they're open and we can see. There we go. This needs to come over here. These little leaves are not cooperating. Alright, so there we go. So one's taller than the other one there. Now with the smaller holly picks, we're going to leave one hole and then we're going to cut up the other. Yeah, there's supposed to only be 2 of these, not 3. I don't know why I had 3. Yeah, because this one goes the full size and then the other one is cut up. So there was only 2. Alright, I'm going to maneuver these. Let's see. So again, I'm holding that at the base and I'm moving my wired pieces, opening them up, because you don't want everything flat and looks like it just picked it out of the box and stuck it in there. Alright, so this one we're going to go behind here like this. Yeah, this one's going to go behind here. So I'm going to take off about 1 inch. And that's going to be the one that's facing forward. So if anyone's looking at the truck from the front, they'll see this completed, finished piece. So you want it to be done from all angles. You want to be able to see from all angles. when you're doing a centerpiece most of the time. Now there are some where they're only one-sided or whatever, but with this one we want to see it from all angles. Get in here, push that down some more. All right, I think that's in. So that eucalyptus kind of hides that stem behind it. Let me show you. It hides that stem from the one in front of it or behind it. It brings our pine over to this side, and our other pine, our soft needle pine. So we have them going in opposite sides, and then our eucalyptus in the front. So that covers that. There. And then we've got the holly berries sticking out and the leaves. There we go. All right, now we're going to take the other one, move this over to the side. So yeah, there's 3 of these 13-inch ones, there's 2, not 3. I keep saying 3. This is what gets me into trouble. All right, so this one here, we're going to cut the eucalyptus and the pine from this one. I'm going to pull this eucalyptus one out, see if it'll come out. Yeah, it'll come out. There's that. And let's see if this one comes out. Yep, there we go. All right, we'll pull the soft pine and one piece of the eucalyptus out, and we'll leave the holly, the long needle pine, and a piece of eucalyptus there. And that's going to go in, yeah, I think it's going to go in between, kind of in between. I'll show you where I want to. I'm thinking I'm going to go like right here with it. Kind of in between the 2 flowers, but towards the back, over to the left side as you're looking at it now, or it would be my right side. I think I'm going to go there with it. So we are going to cut that down quite a bit. So I'm going to cut that right around here where the other wires start. Oops, that paper's coming off again. Gotta make sure I go in the right direction. So we're going to take that one and we're going to go right down in here and push down. Oh, come on. That's not going to work. Doesn't want to go in. I don't want my truck to go flying. All right, that'll be good. I don't want to push it too far. All right, so now we can bend these out so that we're not crushing our flowers. So we have that eucalyptus there in the front. I still need that one too. I want that pine, that long needle pine in between. Oh, that is not staying. There we go. All right, so here's what we've got. You get one of the 23-inch or 22-inch pine with the holly berries and the pine, and you get 2 of the 13-inch. I don't know why I had 2 of one and 3 of the other. I was not paying attention, apparently. All right. Sorry about that. So confused. So yeah, so what we're doing is correct. Just in the beginning when I said you had 2 of the big ones and 3 of the little ones, that's a mistake. This pine, soft pine, we're going to put this down here in the front corner. And I do want to cut that down. So I'm cutting that down pretty small. And that's going to go kind of up underneath this flower here, towards in between the flower and that pine pick behind it, right there. So it's going to kind of hide those stems a little bit. And you can bend it how you want it. Then we have our eucalyptus. And we're going to cut that down a little bit too. And we're going to put that right in the front here between our pine piece and our flower, and I will show you real quick here, right there. All right, so that's what we did. We put the pine piece over here in this corner, and we put the eucalyptus in between right here in the front, or in the back, I'm sorry. All right, now we're gonna leave 2 of them tall, I think, but we are gonna cut now with these, let me show you. You can cut these down. If you look at the back, you can see where to cut them down. So right in here on the spine, I want this one. This is going to be one piece right here. All right, so we're going to cut this one right here on the spine, right here, just above those other pieces. So if you look, right here, you still have a full piece, and then you have the smaller one. So we're going to cut those. And then this one, we're going to leave kind of tall. It might be too tall, but let me see. I'm going to cut that off. And this is going to kind of go right into the center. Put some glue on that. It's going to go right here in the center because we want to see some of that snow. Right there. Yeah, that's good. Let me show you that. So there's our snow piece right here. And now we're going to take this one and we're going to come over here on the side. So we have this side right here. When you're looking at the front of the truck, it would be your right side. We're going to put this one down in there. And have that snow covered pine there. I want to weave it in between our other pieces. So we have some snow on the side here, right there. All right, and we're going to take one of these longer pieces. I'm going to cut the sides off of it. Oh, I should have just cut it right there, but no, I want to cut these sides off. And this one in the front. So we're going to cut that off. So all I did was take those pieces that were on the sides right here off. Those little wings, I guess, so that we have this one little pick right here. And we're going to put this in between the 2 pine picks in the back. So we don't need to cut too much off of it. I'm going to go right here, I think. I'm going to do it without putting glue on it first. So if you look right in here, we want some snow. So I'm going to put this in here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, you can glue that. I wanted to make sure before I see if I had to cut it again. All right, so it's going to go right down in here. There we go. And pull these pieces back out to the front. Your eucalyptus and that. So now we have snow there, we have snow in the back, we have some snow on the sides. We'll fill in the rest of these with some snow as well. Now if you want a bow, you want to leave one of your corners available for the bow. You can either do it at the back of the truck, you could do it over here by the cab and where the truck meets. So we could do that on this side. So that's going to decide which direction your centerpiece is going to sit. So if someone buys this, they're going to know their bow's going to be over here, so this is the side they want to see, which is good because that's the side your magnolia is on anyway. So if you do your bow at the back, you want to do it towards the back here on this side. On the, it would be, if you're looking at the back of it, it would be the right side. All right, let's go ahead and cut this one up. Now this one we're going to cut it down in the 3 pieces. So we got one here. We're going to cut this piece down right here. So there's one piece there. Then we have this one. We're going to cut that one right here. And then we have this one. So we're going to leave that one to see where we want to put that. So let's take this one, and I think we're going to go right in here. We got a little hole here. Let's put this one in here to cover up our corner. Come on. Right there. Spread that out so we have snow right there in that corner. So there's where we put that one right here. Whoops. Right there. Sorry, I was pointing into the truck. I'll get these around my magnolias. Alright, we've got another small piece here. I'm going to take this one, and I think I'm going to put this one in this back corner here behind or under the holly pick. So we're going to go right here in this corner. There we go, right there. So there we go with that, right there in the corner. I think we're going to put the bow in the back right here. This one needs to come over here though. Right here. Like that. There we go. Much better. Alright, we need some snow over here on this side. I think we're going to use this taller one over here. Alright, so if you look over here on this side, we don't have any snow over here yet. So we're going to go ahead and leave this one long, and we're going to add it in between our pine pieces. Go right down in there. Oh, let's see, maybe there's glue there. There we go. Push that down in. So we have some snow in the front there. And now we have these smaller pieces that we can fill in around this side over here where I see a little hole. Let's get this magnolia open back up. I kind of smushed it a little when I put that other one in. There we go. Alright, so I want another pine piece here in the corner, or I don't know if that one will, we'll see. It may not go in, you may have to pick it. Alright. So it's really a matter of what you like and what you see. So you just want to take a look and see where you want to put your pieces. You don't have to put them exactly the way I do it. That's the nice thing about it. It's all up to what you want to, where you want to put it and how you want it to look. I do not like how floppy this one is. That wire probably needed to be changed. That. So if you wanted to move anything and move it to a different spot, absolutely you could do that. It's all up to you. Just because I do it this way does not mean you have to do it that way. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to glue it in here on this branch right there, because we had a little spot that needed some snow on it. So this branch needs to bend in more. All right. And we have one more little one here. I'm going to put this probably, I think I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the magnolia. So I'm going to slide it right in here, and it's just going to glue into that moss, and it's hitting the magnolia stem, so it's covering that up. All right, now you've got your crystals. So we'll put those in first. And these came from Hobby Lobby. I just wanted that little glittery look. So 2 of these, we're not cutting these because they wouldn't be good if we cut them. So these kind of projects don't take a long time to do. You really don't have to use a lot of material, and you get a big bang for your buck. All right, so we're going to keep the length on this, and I'm going to go right down inside of here. I'm going to do one on this side, and we'll do the other one on the other side. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to move my flower and the leaves, and I'm going to go straight down in, hopefully, right here. And we're going to push that down in. It doesn't have to be a whole lot sticking up. So see right there, we've got that little glitter shimmer to it. And I know, again, it's hard to see on a video, but in person, you're going to love it. And then we're going to take the other one, and I think we're going to go right here, right on the other side, in between, right there, yeah, right there. So I'm just moving that pine out of the way, and we're going to go right down in the center of that other pick that we put in there. And you got to watch for the glue, because if the glue's clumped up, you can't get in there. All right, so we're pushing that in. There we go. And then we're going to spread that out. So you get that nice little twig, glittered, shimmered, jeweled twig. All right, and now we're going to take our cardinals. You're going to leave that stem on it. If you wanted to pick it, you could. Excuse me. But we're just going to leave that there, or leave that stem on there. Now I want to go right in here. See where we have this little gap here. So I want to go right in there, and I'm going to put one on this side. So let's see, this one's facing that way. Let's make them face this way. All right, so we're going to go right in there. I'm going to put some glue on it. And we're going to go straight into the foam. Just gently push it in. That way you don't bend your stem, because it is a very, very thin wire. So we're going to put that right there, and he's going to be peeking out of that pine. Right there. Get over there, please. So there he is, sitting right in there. Now we're going to take the other one, and we're going to go on the other side. And this one's facing out also. And I think I want to put him probably right in here. If you look, we don't have any red, real red right in here other than the flowers. So I think I'm going to put it right in here. Whoops, get back on there. So we're going to probably cut him down just a little bit, not much. Take off about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And then we're going to glue it. Right down in here. Find my foam. Come on. Right there. So he's just sitting right here in the back of the truck. Isn't that cute? All right. So we have all of that. Now you can look and see if you have to fill anything in. You shouldn't have to, but you can move your stuff around. All right, so then you can take your cardinal ribbon, and we'll make a small little bow. So let's do about a 6-inch tail. Move this out of the way so you can see. We're going to do about a 4-inch loop. A little over 4. It just goes over the 4 line. And I think I'm going to do 4 or 5 loops. Not on each side, but all total. So there's 1, 2. And 4. And 5. I'm sorry, that's 5. So one side's going to have 3 loops. Whoops, I don't need to twist that. One side's going to have 3 loops. The other side's going to have 2. And then we have our 2 little tails. So let me cut this one longer, a little bit longer. So that leaves you just a little tiny strip there. I'm going to use a zip tie. I should get out those. Now you could use a piece of foam, a pin, a floral pin, to put this in as well. Right here. Because you could put that floral pin through your zip tie in the back. Matter of fact, I might try that one. Let's try it. So we're going to take our U-pin. Don't stab yourself with it. We're going to put it underneath our zip tie. So that that's like that. So you see that right there. And then you can cinch your zip tie. Again, don't stab yourself. Alright, then you just cut that off, the zip tie, and then your pin is right there, and you can use that to go into the foam. So let's fluff this out. So of course our tails are going to be a little long for the truck, but let's get our loops situated. So it's almost like the center loop, but it's the same size as your other loops. It's not the shorter. So we've got that little 5-loop bow there. Now if you can do them by hand and do them a little bit nicer, of course, you can do that. But we're just going to do it this way. So take that little, floral pin, dip it in your glue. Doesn't take a lot, just a little. You want to keep it in there. And then I'm going to lift up my pine. And I'm going to go straight in at it, well, not straight in, but at an angle. Right in there. All the way down. And now you can fluff that bow. Fluff up those loops. Work it in between your pine there. I will turn this again so you can see it. Alright, let's cut these. We'll cut them at an angle. And there you go. There's that little bow on the back. So this would be the way it would sit. This would be your front, or the where they would sit on a table. This is what you would see, the side view. Because you don't want to see it from the front. You don't want to see it really from the back. You want to see the truck. You want to see the whole thing. So you want to see all of that. All right, open this back up for you. Sorry about that. I hope that this tutorial explained everything. And again, do it your way. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just giving you a guide. Make it your own. But this is the way that I did it. And it just gives you an idea of where and how to do yours. But make it your own. Don't worry about it looking exactly like mine. It's not going to look exactly like mine anyway. I could do this 2 or 3 times and they're never going to look the same. I hope you like this tutorial. And again, what I was talking about with the inserts, so you could sell the truck with the Christmas insert in it, and then you can also offer other seasons. You could offer fall, spring, 4th of July, New Year, whatever season you wanted or whatever holiday you wanted. You could offer that. And then all they do is take this out. So you would just lift it out. They would store that in a bag or a box, put the next one in, because nothing is glued to the truck, and they can put that in there. You just want to make sure that your foam is tight enough that it will stay in there, but it won't not come out. You want it to be removable so that you can put the next season in. So there you go, just like that. So, and that's just another opportunity for more revenue for you, income for you. If you're selling. If you're not selling, then you can make multiple seasons for yourself. So there you go. There's our Magnolia truck. Alright, I hope you enjoyed these tutorials. Keep an eye out. We will have Susan's tutorials. Those will be coming very soon. And I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what you guys make. Please post pictures in the group of any of them that you make. And thank you for joining us.